Hi friends, how are you all? A very big good morning to all of you. So, this is a early morning channeling that I'm doing because I was contacted by the Divine Masculine, and he particularly wants to convey his feelings right now. So, this is a channeling which is how the Divine Masculine feels. So, currently, the energies that I'm getting is that the divine masculine, although he has cleared up a lot of baggage, he has cleared up a lot of fears, and is now ready to step forward, he's actually getting stuck in his foot. He's actually getting stuck in his foot by thinking that somehow the divine feminine, because the wait has been too long, he's thinking the divine feminine has already moved on, or he's thinking that he's actually saying in his mind that you are going to leave me, you're going to leave me. This is what he's singing. He's singing it, that you're going to leave me because of what I have done. So the guilt is in the very last and highest pieces. Very last and highest pieces for him. Like, before taking the step forward, although he's ready and he's made up his mind that this is the partner for me, this is the partner for my lifetime. As you have been searching for a lifetime partner since the very age old soul level, he has also been searching. But now when it is finally time, again the 3D reality, or the practical reality, or the analytical mind that he has always been given by the society, is again overpowering him, and he's thinking that how come I'm now ready to step forward, but how come I'm thinking that the divine feminine will still be there when I contact her. I think when I contact her with a message, she will just tell me that she has moved on and now she has someone else in her life. So this is what he's thinking. He's feeling a lot of very negative emotions, which means that he's very heavy in his heart. He is also shown crying at night on his bed, like he's having his head in his legs, that crouched up position, and he's keeping his arm here, and he's crying a lot. He's crying because he's feeling that guilt, those pangs. He's feeling that his attempt will be unsuccessful, because when he analyzes that he did this and this, and he avoided the divine feminine like anything. He avoided her messages like anything. He insulted her on numerous occasions. He went to other females, which is the highest form of like treachery, that a female can entail. He went to other females while the twin union or the twin journey was still going on. So technically, when you're emotionally connected with a person, and that too at the intensity level of a twin flame, technically, let's say you came together, the first meeting happened in 2014, and after that in 2015, 2016, you saw that he was with another person, he was avoiding your messages totally and all that. So now he's thinking, when I did all those things which were the highest form of treachery for some female to get from her partner, how come I'm thinking that now I'm ready finally, and all this has finally 60% dissolved. I've dissolved my fears, my addictions, my codependency, and I've dissolved these somehow. I've learned my lessons. But how am I expecting that the divine feminine, she's also like a good human being, has everything together, has her act together, is a catch. How come I'm thinking that she's still there, or she will still accept the thing? Because by now, mostly this is the second or the third separation going on for most people who started in 2012, 13, 14. But for people who started late in 2015, and by late I actually by starting I actually mean when you actually met your twin flame in physical, or if it is totally energetic, if you started energetically, start of actual physical meeting, or actual, you could be like interacting energetically or writing emails to each other from 2007. That does not come into the picture, when we do the timelines. So that is how he's thinking. And he's very like, he's going through a lot of crying, lot of sadness, he's going through a lot of, like, he's totally down in the dump. I think he's hit total rock bottom, and from there, from going through this pain, he's going to come out of the other side with like a total decision of stepping forward. Because right now stepping forward is mingled with all this like overwhelming emotions. And also the divine feminine in the past week or past 2-3 days might have felt these pangs of too much frustration, too much sadness, or like a deep piercing sadness inside you. This is not a regular sadness that the masculine is feeling. He is feeling the sadness of his all his past lifetimes. You came together in many lifetimes. This is the lifetime that you're supposed to come into physical union, if it is for you, and that can only be told by a personal reading. But this lifetime you are supposed to come together, but you have come together with the divine masculine in many past lifetimes, and he or you have rejected the union. The union hasn't happened, the relationship happened, but the final marriage or the final union could not happen, because it was not meant to happen in that lifetime. Now, whether it is meant to happen for you in this lifetime is again a personal question, but what is happening is that he is having this deep piercing sadness of all the past lifetimes, all the things which are of a negative nature that he has done with the divine feminine. He is going through that much sadness, so it is a sadness which is almost nearly killing him. The piercing of the sadness is so deep that he cannot do his daily activities. He's probably going, even if he's going to work, he's going in a very very sad state, or he's hiding the deeply piercing sadness. So that is how bad the sadness is right now for him, and he's also, like, the feminine is also trying to tell him that, do you think that my love is the love of a child, that it will just go away? My love, she's saying, my love is not like the love of a child. And by child, we don't mean that, children can't love properly. What is being meant, I'll explain to you. She's saying, do you think my love is like the love of a buffoon or a joker, or a small child who has no sense, do you think it is like that I will just go away after doing all this work and I will just not accept you? She's saying, I'm here to accept you. But he's again saying again and again that, you will leave me today, or you will leave me in the future for what I am, because he has a lot of self-love issues right now. The sadness is so deep that he cannot think of himself as a loving being. Until he does not think of himself as a loving being, when he will step forward, and you will get the communications or contact soon, which I have predicted, the communications and the contact will still have to be followed up by self-love. So communication and contact is coming, and then in the future union will be coming, because there is still work of self-love to be done. And if he is not showing self-love, you, the feminine, is also not showing too much self-love for yourself, although you might feel that you are working on self-love. But if he is in this kind of a state that, finally he had decided to step forward, and now he's again having the guilt, again having the deep sadness, that is a clear indicator that self-love is not there in his energy body. And to increase his self-love, what the feminine can do right now is increase their own self-love. When you will increase your own self-love, and to increase your self-love, you can Google how to increase self-love by Abraham Hicks. When you increase your own self-love, because the DNA, when you increase your own self-love, the DNA and the soul level is the same in your twin, so his self-love will also automatically increase. And then the contact or the communication which was predicted in the month of August, September, November, that will come. If it comes without self-love, the contact can still come, but if it comes without self-love, he will again go back into a separation period, because the universe won't let the union happen. The universe won't let the union happen till both of you are ready, till both of you are whole magnets. The magnets have to come together. This is an energetic union. This is not a relationship. Don't put the same rules of a relationship to this. That, this is an energetic thing. This is not a relationship. This is not like two incomplete people coming together and then doing the, dilly-dally with each other and all that. This is not that. If you're not whole, the universe is not going to, if your union was predicted at a certain time, and if you're not whole by that time, you will have to be given more time by the universe. That is how timelines get delayed, if your work is not proper. Universe has nothing to do with it. It's a totally mathematical thing. If your work is not done, if your healings, inner work, self-love is not done, it is delayed. That is what I'm seeing right now. So it is not a very big thing, the sadness, the despair that he's feeling, because I am being shown that he's going through the pain. Like I told you, when pain comes, don't resist the pain. You just say, pain, come. take over me, take over me. I want to go through you. I love you. I want to go through you. That is the way to embrace pain. So he will embrace that pain because there's no choice. When first you are hit with something bad, you keep resisting. It seems like an obstacle to you, but when it doesn't go away, you just give up, you surrender. And in that surrendering, you go through that pain, and he will also have to do it, whether unconsciously, subconsciously, or in whatever way, but he will follow the same process because this energy process for every human being is the same only, so he will have to go through that. And I'm seeing that by November his self-love will be very much, he will be very much into himself. And some of you might also feel that same self-obsessive thing in him, again, because he cannot differentiate between self-love and self-obsession on, those kind of traits for some of the divine masculines. So just keep that in mind also. He might display like very boastful behavior or something. Just take it with a sense of humor or something. Nobody is perfect. So this is what he is feeling right now. He's going through all these changes and all these like blocks and all these stepping up just for you, feminine. So even in the negativity of it all, there's one thing, that he has a lot of love for you. That is why he's going through all this. In today's day and age, if a person does not have feelings for you or does not have any love for you, they will not do a crap for you. They will not do a little morsel for you, They will not even come in your energy sphere. So if you're feeling divine masculine in your energy sphere all the time, and you're also picking up his emotions, where you are feeling all that sadness, despair, crying in your body, and you're feeling like, I was having a normal day. Where did all this come from? I was having a normal day. I was working at my desk, or I was like sleeping in my room, or I was reading this book, and suddenly I'm feeling a gamut of emotions, and that too, like sadness, like I'm dying, like, this is happening, that is happening, and all of a sudden I was not even in that mood. So when there's a sudden change in your mood without any reason, nobody is harassing you, nobody is saying bad words to you in your family or something like that, suddenly you start feeling like, your heart is so heavy, the chest area starts becoming so heavy, and you start feeling like long lost sadness from some past events and stuff. Be weird. That is your masculine's feeling. That is your masculine's feeling coming to you just to show you that he is feeling that way. And what you have to do, divine feminine, at that time is you have to process or transmute that energy and go through that pain just like he is going, by saying, pain, come to me. My divine masculine's pain, come to me. I love you. I love you. Pain, I want to go through you. Let's do it together. And not saying, oh my God, I'm feeling this way, this is not the way to be. I don't want to feel like this anymore. I was doing my cycling. I was out about in nature and this thing came. Oh my God, called so many friends, emotional venting and all that. No. If you're doing that, you're affirming that. Don't come to me after that telling this went wrong, that went wrong. No. I'm not going to take no for an answer. I'm not going to take shitty behavior. Follow the rules of the journey. And then come to me and tell me about positive things. So I hope you found this channeling very valuable, and know that divine masculine is at this stage, and know that you are at this stage, and unions will be coming soon. The stepping up will still be done by the masculine. He's just going through a small hitch. Thank you so much, and God bless you all. For any kind of personal readings, the information is always put below. Self-pay any day. Thank you so much.